Grateful to be able to spend time in worship. Amen. It's been some time since we were able to do so. All right. This morning, I'm going to be very brief. I'm only going to give you a scripture for next week. That's all. Because it's time as far as spending it. Communion Sunday. And we'll have Brother Vincent in the board come and just say a few words about being in communion with the Lord. But we talked last week from the book of Matthew chapter 5. We've been in there for a while, and we talked about the issue of hungering and thirsting for righteousness. We're still talking about being salt, and I'm going to just go back, just to look at it just a moment, but we're going to go today to Hosea chapter 10. I'm going to read through it and just leave you hanging. Amen. And I pray that you'll go and look at it, and maybe God will speak something to you. There's several verses that speak on this issue of righteousness. But we see here, he said, this little Bible is not helping me. Sorry, God. Let me go to my new version. We know that it says, "Blessed are they that hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled." That's what the King James says. The Bible happy too long to be just and good, for they shall be completely satisfied. And last week we talked about being satisfied. That this issue of being satisfied, Jesus made it a point that he wanted us to understand that there's no satisfaction in the world. That the things of the world only make us frustrated. To eat some candy, and I'm only more hungry. Amen. It burns off real quick. For a moment, I feel satisfied. I think I'm satisfied, but in a few minutes, I need another piece. Amen. But they that hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be satisfied. The Living Bible says they shall be filled. And so I didn't realize that being filled is to be satisfied, but now I understand that until I decide that I want that which is good, I won't be filled. If I decide to eat only dessert, when growing up, can I have one of my I'll just listen to my amen. When I was growing up, thank you, my mama wouldn't let me eat dessert first. You had to eat your dinner, right? Her hope was that you would be filled. Amen. She still gonna slide that pie, that cake in front of you. But her hope was that you would be what? Full. Amen. And that is just a kind of a trick, right? So you lay back, get a nap, then you come back and get that pie or that cake. It's just something to go on top. But that's not gonna make you what? Full. And they say if you eat that pie and cake first, you're gonna think you're full, then you're gonna come back hungry and the kitchen gonna be what? So, amen. God said, they that hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be satisfied. So there are things that we should be filled with, and that's the things that are just, the Living Bible says, and those things that are good. Blessed, verse 6, are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied, says the New American Standard. The message says, you're blessed when you work up a good appetite for God. He's food and drink in the best meal you'll ever eat. He is food and drink. Ain't that what Jesus said? Jesus said, I am the bread of life. Unless you eat of my body and drink of my blood, you have no part in me, Brother Vincent.
So to eat of him is to be what? Satisfied, to be filled. And so we're talking about hungering and thirsting for righteousness. In Hosea chapter 10, and I'm going to sit down. I know y'all don't think I'm going to sit down, but I am. I'm going to sit down. I'm sorry not to even get up here, but I had 10 minutes. I just had to get 10 minutes. But seriously, though, because I kind of threw Brother Vince under the bus, I kind of just pulling on him. I know the Lord is in him, though. I ain't got to worry. But Hosea chapter 10, verse 12 in the Amplified Classic says, sow for yourselves according to righteousness. Now, I like the Amplified Classic because it tells you what righteousness is. Amen? It says uprightness and right standing with God. So it says that we should sow for ourselves according to righteousness. So that means that the things that I'm sowing into my life should be things that make me upright and in right standing with God. Now watch this. I know that we can understand that, but there's something a question I have. Why is it hard for us to stay faithful to this? Why is it that we want to sow things into our life that's not good? Why is it that when you know you need to be on a good diet, you eat them 2 pieces of cake and them chicken, that fried chicken. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with your oven. You can make that chicken. But you frying that chicken. Sow unto yourself according to what? Righteousness. We saw that the message says about righteousness that we should have an appetite for God because he's a good meal. So we have to, in order to sow unto righteousness, I got to change my thinking. I can't think like a child. A child thinks that the thing that tastes the best is the best. They get that sweet. That's all they want. Can I just have that cake right there? Ain't it amazing when you get older? I remember when I was getting older, I started playing football. And I came home one day, and my mom said, boy, I don't got much in here. You know, I said, Mom, home. So I ain't got nothing but some bento for you. I said, that's what I want. I was still young. I know I was young because I was riding my bike to the football practice. I probably was 12 or 13. But for the first time in my life, I wanted them bento beans. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody know what I'm talking about. Everybody young folks, you get to that point, you want them bento beans. Because your maturity says, this is good for me, and it's going to satisfy me. Sow unto yourself. Now, when do we learn that we got to sow what's right? Amen? When do we learn? Sow for yourselves according to righteousness, uprightness, and right standing with God. Reap according to mercy and loving kindness. When you sow unto righteousness, you reap from God loving kindness. You reap from his mercy. Do you know that when you sow unto yourself according to righteousness, your righteousness still ain't right? Jesus Christ is the reason why your righteousness gets accepted. Your righteousness is still not right. Even when you're trying your best to be right, he said your righteousness is that filthy rag before the Lord. But because of Jesus Christ, our righteousness, he filters it. He filters it. And he puts it right. Now, so he says here, reap according to mercy. But that's why he says reap according to mercy. Because even though you sow in righteousness the best you know how, it's still only his mercy that allows it to come up right. last Wednesday, we looked at John 15. And he says, abide in me. Because a stick, a branch, can't bear fruit by itself. You can't do, there's nothing in you that's right to bring forth something that's right. But his mercy. Amen. So when you put your heart toward righteousness, your appetite toward righteousness, he said, then you will reap according to mercy and his loving kindness. Isn't that good news? Break up your uncultivated, I like the old word in the New Testament, your fallow ground. I like that word. I learned that word earlier. My pastor used to always say that. Break up your fallow ground. I mean your uncultivated ground. The hard ground, your heart. Break up your fallow ground, your uncultivated ground. What is time to seek the Lord and to inquire of him and to require his favor till he comes and teaches you what? Righteousness. And he will rain his righteous gift of salvation upon you. Don't you want to know the rest I'm going to say about that? Come back next week. We're going to talk about what it means for him to rain his righteousness upon you. Amen. But today we had worship. And God did rain upon us, his presence. And today we're going to have communion. And I'm very excited about that, for us to have communion together. All of these things become valuable when you see that they're taken away. We never thought there'd be a day in our lifetime when we couldn't have church. Well, I thought it could happen, but I figured I'd be an old man, ready to go home. And I'll be watching from afar. But not in the prime of my life, but I thought that I would see a day when the church is closed. But now we've seen it and we know that it is so. And now it is necessary for us to take these things seriously. We're going to take the business seriously. So I want to just encourage them about being communion with the Lord. And then we're going to have communion together. If you're at home, you can take a moment right now, get you some juice, you can get apple juice, grape juice, whatever you got, tomato juice, and a couple of crackers if you're ready to take communion with us. No tomato juice like that. Praise the Lord. True. I don't like to the sport. I still have no choice. It's got to do what the pastor asks you to do. I want to be sincere with you this afternoon. I have nothing really to share concerning communion. Not that I don't know about communion, but particularly this moment, but when I have to say whatever I have in my heart, I should share. So, yes, giving me the liberty to speak from my heart to you this morning. My heart was crying out this morning when I came to church. And as I sat down, Josh was ministering the music. And what he said broke my heart. And tears were just coming out of my eyes. It's been a long time I really cried in worship. But I felt the presence of God this morning as this young man was ministering. He knows my name. He knows my DNA.
Jesus knows every beat of your life. He hears when you cry. He sees the tears that come from your eyes. He does. That wasn't just a song. That was truth in worship. I'll tell you why I was crying this afternoon. Last night, my wife and I, we prayed together before we went to bed around 9 o'clock in the evening. And we were just looking at our lives. We are assessing where we are with the Lord. Talk about our health. Talk about so many things. And as we were sharing together, we were saying, I think we should just pray and ask God to come and help me. Help me. Not help what I'm doing, but help me. And the scripture that God gave me that evening was Psalm 24. I read it from verse 1 to verse 6. And verse 6 was saying, Lord, I will seek you in righteousness. Your face, O God, I will seek. That is how we pray. As we are crying out to God, begging Him that, Lord, we want to seek your face. We are just crying out to Him. Telling you we prayed to about 11 before we went to bed. I got up this morning. Please indulge me your time. I need to say this because of what came out from the mouth of this young man and those that found out about him. I woke up this morning. I went straight to him. I was continuing my cry to him. And the Lord took me to Psalms 30. So read it. Psalms number 30. I'll read it from verses 1. Psalms 30. I'll read from verse 1 to verses 3. Are you there? Please. I will exalt you, O Lord, for you have lifted me up, and you have not let my foes rejoice over me. O Lord, my God, I cry out to you, and you came and healed me. O Lord, you brought my soul up from the grave. You have kept me alive, that I should not go down to the deep. As I came in this morning, and we were ministering in song, worship the Lord, praise Jesus. This morning, the Lord was telling me the reason why I should worship Him. He says, you have brought my soul up from the grave. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying this afternoon. If not for Jesus, you would have been in the grave. We were actually in the grave, dead in the pit. Jesus came along and brought me out and brought you out. Do The soul of man is the only thing that will live forever because of the mercy, the goodness of Jesus. You and I are alive today. For me, that is enough reason to worship Him. That is enough reason to praise Him. If there is nothing at all, I have a reason to praise Him. My wife, she is not here because she's not feeling well. She's still sick. I just lay my hand over her, just pray that you will be well. I will go to church. Coming to church this morning, I experienced the worship of the Lord. I don't know about you. At one point I was sitting down, but there was no way I could sit down. I could sit anymore. I just have to stand up. Because I can't be sitting down praising Him. I can't be sitting down expressing my thanks to Him. So what Joshua was saying was an instruction coming from the Lord. He said, stand up. Stand up. Why are you sitting down in the presence of the King? Why are you sitting down in the presence of Him that lifted you up? For Jesus to lift you up, He won't be sitting down. You can't sit down while He is sitting. No, He was standing to lift you up so that you will stand with Him. Listen, I want you to stand this morning. The Lord has spoken. He has come to us in time of this worship. I want to give us another opportunity to stand before the King. What is communion? Communion is connecting your heart with the heart of Jesus. There is no communion if your heart is not connected with Him. And it's only in worship that your soul, your spirit, your inner man is connected to Jesus. That is the first place communion takes place. When you're having communion, you are actually coming in communication with the Lord Jesus. And that's what we want to do this afternoon. He's giving us the opportunity again to come together and connect with Him. Body, soul, and spirit. In Luke chapter 12, I will end with this and we'll take our communion. Please just bear with me. This is the last scripture I want to read. This is Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 22, sorry. Luke 22. Luke chapter 22. I will read from verse 14. Luke 22, verse 14. 22, sorry. Luke 22, from verse 12. Sorry, verse 14. When the hour had come, He sat down, and the 12 apostles with Him. Then He said to them, with fervent desire, I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I say to you, I will no longer eat of it until it is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. Communion is Jesus desiring with fervency to eat with you. He wants to sup with you. He wants to dine with you. He wants to sit with you and eat with you. This communion is not for Jesus. It's for you. It's for you. You know, Him establishing this communion is so that you and I will keep coming together in His name to eat Him. Oh, you're not hearing me. The Lord Jesus is giving you Himself to feast. You know, Pastor Chai just said, he didn't know I was speaking what was in my heart. You didn't know, it's the Spirit. The devil has taken communion. He tried to scatter us. Each man to be in their own places. No. The intent of Jesus that we come together. We connect together in one place and feast. May the Lord help us. I want to stop it because I would have keep talking, but I just want you to get the point ready for us this afternoon. I will just read it, then we'll go and take the elements, the bread and the wine that He has made available for us. He said, for this I say to you, verse 16, I will no longer eat of it until it is fulfilled in the kingdom of God. That is, this was going to be His first and His last meal with His disciples. After this, He, the Lord Jesus, will not be communing with them again. He would have been gone to heaven. But for us, we will continue to have communion until He comes in His kingdom. So Jesus has left us a legacy. Something we ought to be doing always and at all times and at any time we gather together. We commune in remembrance of Him. In remembrance of Him that loves you. In remembrance of Him that delivered you from the grave. In remembrance of Him that shed His blood for our deliverance. Let's appreciate Him this afternoon. Just lift up your hand and appreciate Jesus. He gave His whole life. The best He had was His life. He could have made a miracle and something would have just popped up and would have given that to them and it would have been okay. But no. The take, eat my body, which is broken. Take, drink my blood, the blood of the new covenant. Bringing us into the new covenant to be called sons and daughters of the kingdom. Oh, my sister, let's bless the name of Jesus this afternoon. Thank you. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord. I'm not a number. You know my name. You know my weakness. You know my fears. You know my distress. The desperation of my heart, you know it. Yet you pick me up. You picked me up from the pit. You brought me out from the grave and gave me a brand new life. Oh, Father, we bless you. Thank you. Father, we appreciate you this afternoon. Thank you, Lord, for giving your very life for a wretch like me. Because you died, Lord, I live. And we are here this afternoon to celebrate the new covenant. Lord, as we partake of this bread, as a symbol of your body that was broken for us, grant that, Lord, your life will become our very life. As we drink of your blood, we are stepping into this new covenant, the new covenant that makes us sons and daughters of your kingdom. We bless you, Father. We give you all the praise. For in Jesus' name, we have given thanks. Amen. Praise the Lord. Brother Benson, Brother Johnson to help us. At home, you see we do things a little bit different. We're going to take the bread and then dip it in a cup. You can do it in a way from the Lord. It's not a matter of how you do it. It's that you understand the purpose and the reason behind what you're doing. I think Brother Vincent has given us a good charge. It's not a lot for me to say. But the young folk, they're going to sing for us. And I'm going to ask everybody to line up here. And we'll commune together. And yeah, I just realized that we how do we do this last time? We just go use this bread. All right, we'll take the bread. We'll take the cup. We're going to pray again sometimes. Anybody who doesn't want to do it, participate, you're welcome to not participate. But, or you want to just take the bread. They're going to bring the hands down, time. Yes. And, she'll do it for you. So if you just line up here to my left, and we'll do it. The bread's already separated so that you don't have to. Everybody won't be touching the bread. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. This we do in remembrance of you, Lord. This we do in remembrance of you. This we do in remembrance of you, Lord. This we do in remembrance of you. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
The blood of Jesus for me. It was the blood that gave me from day to day, it will never,
Amen, amen. Father, we thank you for this day, Father. Father, if we had 10,000 tongues, Father, we wouldn't be enough to say thank you, Father, for all you have done for us, Father. We know no other friend like you, Father. We know no other person like you, Father. We know no other God like you, Father. Father, we just don't know what to say, but thank you, Father. And Father, thank you for allowing us to be with you. In your Son, Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Praise the Lord. There's nothing else for the good. We'll stand and be dismissed. He reaches. He reaches to the highest mountain. It goes to the lowest valley.
God, the sweet communion of the Holy Spirit, rest, rule, and abide with you all henceforth and forevermore. And the people of God said, amen, amen, amen again.